Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're looking at an influencer who built her entire brand telling women marriage was a trap, only to end up getting engaged herself. And now the internet is absolutely roasting her for it. But let's get into it. Right after you subscribe, of course.
I personally disagree with the entire construct of marriage. You know that I have no intention of ever getting married. I relish in the idea of engaged.
So I know nothing about this woman. I've never followed her, but I've been seeing her pop up. So I dug into the lore, and apparently she's built her entire business and platform and podcast over her core beliefs and values being that she will never get married because she doesn't agree with the concept, and she believes that it is taking ownership over a woman, only for her to then turn around and get engaged after 9 months. In her most recent video, she's basically telling everybody, use discernment. I never promised that I wouldn't get married. I just said I don't believe in the concept of marriage. And I said I would never get married, but I never promised. When you state that something is a core value and deep belief for you as a person, you don't just automatically switch up. We see this all the time. We see these big creators pander to certain demographics of people. We constantly see people like her LARPing around TikTok, building their platforms over something that they know is going to gain them millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of followers, views. And this is why I don't trust any creator that makes content hating the opposite sex, but has a fiance, is married, but then preaches it's all men, but then goes and lays down with a man at the end of the night. I could reference a few creators that have this type of content that are living exactly what I just explained. But people fall for it and people eat it up. You can't speak in absolutes, build a platform on it, then retreat into nuance once your life changes. And I couldn't agree more with that statement.
Here's the pattern, bro. Build a massive audience by saying you'll never get married, cash the views, grow the podcast, then get engaged, and suddenly everything becomes more nuanced. Nah, you don't get to speak in absolutes for years and then ask everyone to read the fine print later. That's why people don't trust influencers anymore. Principles shouldn't expire the moment the right person shows up.
I really wish women would stop getting married. And there's always
I believe that marriage signifies the ownership of women, and I disagree with it as a concept as a whole.
Yes, I am engaged. Yes, I am the same person who made several videos.
A tale as old as time, man. You can't make this shit up. MJ Gray, look, she's obviously getting dogpiled on right now, and I'm not here to add to it, but I just find the concept so mad, man. How you're gonna give out such strong, radical advice, like you're telling other women that marriage signifies the ownership of women and that it keeps women in an oppressive, patriarchal, dark system, like strong stuff like that, yeah, but then you're gonna go ahead and get married yourself. Like, bro, it's just, that concept is so mad to me, man. Do you know how mentally fried you have to be to do that? And look, she's obviously gonna get away with it. She's good looking. She's a girl that's in love, bless her, like, whatever. But it just doesn't sit right with me that women can build a platform and make money and all that stuff by giving terrible advice that they don't even believe in to other women. Like, bro, that concept is just so mad to me, bro. I can't believe that.
This is actually insane. She spent years telling women marriage was basically female oppression, then hits us with, yeah, I'm engaged. Bro, what happened to the revolution? It's wild how some influencers sell extreme advice they won't even follow themselves. The crazy part is she'll probably survive the backlash while thousands of followers are left holding beliefs she already abandoned. That's the business model. Monetize outrage first. Update your principles later.
She was always a pick-me. The fact that she talked about men and marriages and what she was never going to do and how it is basically the worst thing in the world. If your entire content, whether it's positive or negative, is focused around men and relationships, you are wanting to be chosen. People that don't think about relationships are not going to make their content all about relationships and why they're so terrible. If you really think relationships are so terrible, you just are not in one, but you still go ahead and live your day. That was at the forefront of her mind 24/7. All she thought about was relationships. All she wanted was a man. And it's okay to say, I'm a woman who may not like a lot of men, and I don't think a lot of relationships are good, and I think a lot of you women are in terrible relationships. That's okay, but for your entire brand to be join with me, She-Man Man-Hating Club, for you to be the leader, the CEO, the COO, several members of the planning committee, for you to be so far in the sauce of men are terrible, relationships are terrible, marriage is a trap for women, for you to end up being engaged is wild. Before you come and say, well, people can change their mind. Yes, people can change their mind, but there's certain things, if you were going to be that intense about something, maybe you kind of walk your audience through. You literally went from I hate men, I hate relationships, to now being engaged. Huh? And I need everybody to understand, these influencers, these content creators, don't believe anything anybody says on here. Don't believe anything anybody says on here.
Bro, this was never about freedom. It was always about wanting to be picked. If your entire personality revolves around how much marriage sucks, guess what's living rent-free in your head? Marriage. Then, out of nowhere, engagement. Nah, that's a plot twist even Netflix would have rejected. Sure, people can change their minds. But when your whole brand is men bad, marriage is a trap, maybe explain the DLC before dropping the finale. And there it is. Another influencer proving that rage content pays better than honesty.
Ladies, do not ever get married. Hear me out when I say this. All men are evil and they will hurt you. You will lose yourself in the sanctity of marriage. You need to stay bitter and single and lonely and die with regrets. A man-free life, ladies, is exactly what... Oh my God, it's Jason. Oh my God, it's Jason. Oh my God, it's Jason. Jason just texted me back. Oh my God. After 9 months. Hey, well, the cat's out the bag. Guys, I'm engaged and I'm gonna get married. And guys, please just hear me out, because I know that most of you are going to be like, wow, you're such a hypocrite. You've been telling us for a really long time to hate men and never get married, and now you're getting married to a man that you love because you found true love. But please, guys, believe me when I say that I truly do believe the words that I've been telling you. It's just that not everybody's path in life is the same, and rules for thee, but not for me. Do as I say, but not as I do.
You cannot take advice, especially in regards to men or dating or in regards to self-love, from women who are still buying into the fairy tale. The reason why I wasn't a fan of Liz's content is because it all just came across to me to be very surface level. The fairy tale doesn't exist. You'll have this expectation for a fairy tale in your mind. I don't care how strong your intuition is, you are going to lie to yourself and you're going to miss red flags.
I mean, do you, girl. Congrats, I guess. Changing your mind is allowed. But the way you tore down Wizard Liz in that video for the same choices that you are now making, like, you owe her a big apology. And you guys need to stop comparing this to Drew Afualo. Drew Afualo never tells women to avoid love or marriage. She tells women to avoid misogynistic, disrespectful, low-value men. And she is not married to any man. She is married to Pilly, who is the only man that deserves our queen.
And here's my favorite part. The people who mocked everyone else for believing in love suddenly discover love is real. Crazy, right? Changing your mind isn't the issue. The issue is roasting other women for making the exact decision you're making now. Bro really speedran the hypocrisy achievement. Turns out the fairy tale wasn't so fake after all. It just wasn't happening to her yet.
I literally just made a video, 2-3 hours ago, talking about how liberal chicks are such hypocrites and how they uphold and enforce patriarchy and misogyny and cherry pick bits and pieces of it that they benefit from. And Lord and behold, some chick named MJ Gray is like, yeah, I'm engaged. I don't know her. I've never seen her content before, but the thing that stuck out the most in her engagement announcement was, I don't believe in the institution of marriage, but I'm still going to partake in marriage. That is exactly what the fuck I was talking about several hours ago in regards to how women will uphold and enforce patriarchy, cherry pick aspects of patriarchy that they want. And the homely chicks that bitch and complain about patriarchy are the ones that don't benefit from it. She's a cute girl. She's slim. Obviously, someone's going to scoop her up, right? She's slim. She's above average. But the fact that she completely, proved my point with her statement, I don't believe in the institution of marriage, but I'm getting married anyway. Girl, the joke's right itself. I don't even have to go through her content in regards to her talking about how she don't believe in marriage and she could never get married. People are entitled to change their minds. And I don't have the bandwidth to sit there and comb through it because everyone is entitled to change their mind. But the fact that she made her announcement that she's getting married and in the same sentence says that she does not believe in the institution of marriage, you can't make this bullshit up.
Nah, this writes itself. Marriage is a patriarchal institution, followed immediately by, anyway, I'm getting married. Bro, pick a lane. You can't spend years attacking the system and then RSVP to it like nothing happened. People can absolutely change, but if your engagement announcement sounds like it contradicts itself every 10 seconds, don't act shocked when the comments start cooking you. That tells you everything.
I'm engaged. I'm the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married.
Never wanted to be anybody's girlfriend, and I somebody's wife.
I don't like being in relationships. Why would I want to get married? Marriage is work. Having children is work. Divorce is work. And it's not what I want with my life. I feel like you shouldn't get married. I really wish women would stop getting married. Marriage is an antiquated idea that I believe oppresses women.
First of all, marriage is not oppression. Marrying the wrong person is. And number two, this creator is receiving a lot of flack. Many people feeling like she completely deceived her audience and did a bait and switch because she built her platform off of basically shitting on marriage just to get engaged in the end. And instead of admitting that she was wrong to a certain extent about marriage and that she low-key wanted to get married the whole time, she just hadn't found the right person yet, she gave this video response that a lot of people believe is gaslighting and are eating her up in the comment section. Lord, not her getting engaged after 9 months. All this to avoid saying I fell in love because I'm human and this is what humans do. She has lost all credibility with her audience and is now being seen as a grifter. Third comment, you can't speak in absolutes, build a platform on it, then retreat into nuance when your life changes. What it sounds like to me is that she finally found what she was looking for in terms of money, status, and just somebody who wasn't annoying, which is fine. However, I can't help but wonder how many women's insecurities that she capitalized off of and influenced to make very important life decisions when it came to deprioritizing marriage and relationships, even though she herself wasn't even practicing what she preaches and didn't even believe what she was saying all the way. If anything, it sounds like she was speaking from a place of insecurity, hurt, and had too many bad apples, so she wrote off the whole bunch. Knowing doggone well she wanted the golden apple the whole time, it was just a matter of waiting on the right opportunity, even though she had everybody convinced otherwise. This puts me in the mind of those plus-sized influencer, body positivity people who claim that they love their body, they never want to change it, but as soon as they start getting support and amass a following, they take that GLP-1 sponsorship, they get them enough money to afford the Ozempic, get all skinny, and don't look back. This is exactly why it's so important to have your own thoughts and to not put too much stock into what influencers who follow extreme ideologies that aren't normal say, right? Because you're pulled into them because they go against the grain and you finally find a space where you don't feel alienated. However, that does not guarantee that they won't change their mind and go with the grain and be just like everybody else.
This is why you never build your worldview around influencers. Yesterday it was, marriage oppresses women. No, today it's, surprise, I'm engaged. Tomorrow it'll probably be relationship advice. Bro, that's not character development. That's a software update after the audience already bought version 1.0. The crazy part is she never simply said, I found the right guy. Instead, she tried to rewrite history, and the internet never forgets receipts.
How is MJ Gray gonna sit here and tell us for years that she hates men and then meets a man and after 9 months is engaged? Like, I get that you can change your mind, and everyone's so entitled to changing their mind, and I'm sure she wasn't like expecting to fall in love or whatever, but like maybe it's the smugness of her content. Like, she acts like everybody's so dumb if they fall in love, and then after 9 months, I would understand if she's like, okay, I'm gonna date and vet this guy for 5 years or so. You know what I think? I think what's actually going on is she's probably just getting married for the money. Or there's so much money involved that she's like, okay, if I do end up getting my heart broken or played for a fool, at least I'll walk away with a huge bag. I think, please God, tell me she's not gonna like Wizard Liz this. I just don't think she is. I think she's seen too much and she's too smart.
9 months? Bro, after years of acting like everyone else was delusional for falling in love? That's the crazy part. If anyone needed to take things slow, it was the woman whose entire brand was "Don't trust men." Instead, she hit the fast forward button. And now, everyone's supposed to pretend those old videos never existed? Nah, the internet archived everything. Receipts undefeated.
The thing is, the internet is not a real place. So for MJ Gray, for her entire content is to be about man-eater, against marriage, down with the patriarchy, like that whole thing. She even was like making fun of, or not making fun of, but like criticizing Wizard Liz for the situation that she put herself in. That's her entire content. Mind you, again, the internet is not real. So for her to come online to tell us that she's engaged, I don't understand that. Your entire content is against getting married. And she even addresses it in the video, saying that the things that she has said has caveats and there's always exceptions, and I guess he made the exception, whatever. But my thing is, the internet is not real. You did not have to come and tell anyone that you were engaged. You could have kept up the facade and just kept up your entire brand. Nobody would have known. He even said that the guy she's with does not have an online presence, so it's safe to say that he wouldn't have come on the internet to let us know that he's engaged to her, or when they get married that they're married. Like, she could have lived an entire double life and kept up her brand, because the internet is not real. She, by telling us this, has ruined her brand. Like, now, why would anyone listen to what you have to say? Why would anyone follow anything that you have to, you're doing exactly what you preach against. Mind you, they've only known each other, been dating for like 9 months, which is a problem in itself, because yes, when you know, like, of course, marry the person, but for your brand to be so strong about vetting and men are trash and this and that, you should have given it a little bit more time, because of the content that you make. Maybe not everyone, like some people get married pretty quickly, but like for you specifically, girl, you didn't even have to, like, my thing is, she did not even have to let us know, because the internet is not a real place. She could have just kept up with her lie, because obviously the stuff she's talking about is not an actual belief. She really doesn't believe the stuff she talks about. So you might as well just have kept up with the illusion. Like, so sad.
This might be the funniest part of the whole saga. She literally could have kept her relationship private and protected the brand. Nobody would have known. But once she announced the engagement, the entire character collapsed overnight. Bro, if your real life destroys your online philosophy in one upload, maybe it wasn't a philosophy. Maybe it was just content, and that's why followers feel played. The brand wasn't built on conviction. It was built on clicks.